Hey guys, Adam here at DirectionTrader.com. Let's go over today's trading and talk about what we are going to do moving forward. Let's go ahead and blow up the longer time frame here. This is a 60-minute chart of the YM. You can see early on this morning we had a nice sell-off. Now, we weren't able to take part in this sell-off in the trading room this morning. That was pre-market, so that sell-off did not happen. And then during the morning session here, the index has stayed relatively quiet. Really quiet early on this morning, so not much trading going on today in the stock index futures. The couple trades we took this morning, guys, from the live trading room know we did take two crude trades earlier. We'll talk about the crude market here in a minute, but as far as the index is moving forward, let's take a peek over here at the dailies. We pull up a daily chart here of this here happens to be the Dow, so the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq are very similar in stature, very similar patterns. So basically, the review is the same. The only thing different would be the Russell, and that's because the Russell daily is kind of at this resistance little area here, and looking for rollover there as well. But one good plus that we have had here is a pullback, but we are bouncing off that 21 EMA here on the. This is the Dow, so on the Dow. So I'm looking for a little bit more of a pullback here, to be honest with you guys. Looking for this thing to possibly, even though we're getting a little bit of a pop here into the close and creating this bottoming tail candle, this is actually making tomorrow's trading very easy. So tomorrow, if we get up above the previous day's highs, I'm going to go with it on the stock index futures. And any breakdown below the previous day's lows, I'm going to sell off. Okay, so pretty simple here, being that we had this nice little push. We're in an uptrend. We're getting a rally here into the close. If we're able to push above the highs tomorrow, I will look to go long. A breakdown below today's low going into tomorrow, I'll look short. Anything intraday, I will be extremely disciplined to watch the major levels. Major levels being previous day's highs, previous day's lows, the pivot point, watching just the daily pivot point, and then if you want to add a couple more levels, you can do the close and the current day's open. Okay, so anything inside of this sideways range, we'll pay extreme attention to these levels. Outside of that, I'm only looking to the long above, only looking short below. And that goes for all the stock index futures. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek over here at let's go take a look at crude. Pull up the crude market here. And as you can see, this is a daily chart of crude. And we're still hanging out down at this support. This is that support that we drew in the other day. That same support that we were talking so much about. It's from years in the past, so it's a very major low here. A lot of people can see this on a daily chart and weekly chart. We tested it last week and we popped up, and now we're just simply waiting to see if this thing wants to revert back to that 21 period EMA off this bounce, or are we going to consolidate here a little bit and have that 21 come down to it. Either way, we'll have a trading approach. So going into tomorrow, anything above the previous day's, anything above the previous day's highs, I am going to aggressively get long. Anything above, now here we go, anything above the previous day's low, I will look for longer opportunities because we're looking for a bounce here to revert back. Now, whether that's a consolidation bounce where this comes down or an actual push higher, we're still looking for somewhat of a bounce. And then anything below the previous day's low, there's only one direction for me to look, and that would be to the short side. So basically, going into tomorrow, I'm going to be conservatively long above the previous day's low, and I'm going to be aggressively long above the previous day's highs. Okay? If you guys have any questions about that, we were pretty quick here today. Not as much detail as we would usually like to put into this video, but there wasn't a ton going on here yet. So we got to wait for these markets to start to make the move. We had that pre-market move this morning in the stock index futures. So wasn't a lot for us to do in the morning trading room. So going into tomorrow, I will anticipate hopefully a little bit more volume going into tomorrow, and maybe we can get some more price action. So today was kind of a down day after a massive day yesterday. So kind of a low volume. I don't want to call it chop because we've had a little bit of a pop this afternoon in the indexes and on the Russell, but kind of just a mopey day here to the upside as this thing is starting to grind higher. So let's see what we can do going into tomorrow, but I am definitely anticipating a little more volume and some pretty good price activity going into tomorrow's trading. So if you have any questions, get a hold of me, Adam at directiontrader.com. If not, thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good afternoon.